Charlie Kirk may soon receive one of the rarest honors in American history, lying in honor in the US Capitol Rotunda. Do you have any idea how significant this is? 250 years, nearly 50 people have ever been given that honor. Now, the Capitol Rotunda is not just another room in DC. It's the literal symbolic heart of the nation. It's that massive dome chamber in the middle of the Capitol. It's where presidents have been sworn in. It's where the most important statues of our leaders stand. That's stunning. And it's where the nation pauses to say goodbye to its heroes. Lying in the Rotunda is the closest you can get to America saying, this person matters to all of us. Traditionally, this honor is reserved for our presidents, our military leaders, and congressional giants. Abraham Lincoln lays there after his assassination, JFK, Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, Senator John McCain, Senator Harry Reid. But here's where it gets significant. Charlie Kirk wasn't a president, a general, or a senator. He was a citizen. And in US history, only a tiny handful of private citizens have ever been given this honor. Rosa Parks, for example, Reverend Billy Graham, and a few Capitol police officers that died defending the very building where the Rotunda stands. That's pretty much it. That's how rare this is. Only 45 people in US history have ever been laying there. Now, this resolution has to go through the House and the Senate, and if it passes, Charlie Kirk would join a group that's basically a national hall of immortals. Congress would be declaring that his legacy would be worth remembering alongside presidents and civil rights legends. So whether you love Charlie Kirk or disagree with him, this is a massive deal.
Yes, it is. You know, this sets the emotional and civic stakes. Whatever you think of Charlie Kirk, the conversation has moved from partisan to national symbol status. The country is being asked to treat this as a moment of shared consequence. But as the tributes rise, so do the questions, especially about the alleged shooter and what the timeline really shows. Now, here's 2022 body cam footage that I want you to see. And as the post suggests, what do you notice?
Who's the driver? You the driver?
Yep.
Can you tell me just really quick what happened?
I was coming this way and he was just passing through and he pulled out from here, or no, from there, I think.
Do you remember which lane you were in?
I was in one of those two lanes going this way. I think in the right, in the rightmost lane coming this way.
Okay.
And he would have been there going left. And as I was coming through, he turned in and I T-boned into the side.
Okay. Do you remember looking at the light?
Yeah, it just turned yellow as I was getting into the intersection.
Gotcha. Okay, are either one of you injured in any way, shape, or form? No, nothing hurts? Okay, do you have your registration and proof of insurance on your vehicle?
Same address. So he's the passenger.
Okay.
His insurance, mom's on the way. He doesn't have a copy right now, right?
That's mom right now.
Okay. That'll work out. I'll just go ahead and...
do you need to be on speaker?
He's got his brochure pull up on his phone. I sent a picture of it if you want me to text it to you.
Yeah, just text it to me. That'll work out.
Okay.
There you go, bud.
Thanks.
All right. And then, did you get a record coming for this?
Yeah, I got one coming for this one.
Okay. He's going to need one too. He's a little leaking. Did you get one for this guy as well?
Yeah.
Patrol 313. We're going to need a record for the 6 Juliet Fox as well. Your mom's on her way?
Yeah, she's gonna be a minute. She's got to shuttle over from where she's at to her car and then drive over.
Gotcha. Okay, what I need you to do is just fill out this witness statement for me. This is just your identifying information. Down here, put exactly what you told me that happened. You two, are you brothers or friends?
Yeah.
Or, okay, all I needed, I just need his, down here, let's put name, date of birth, your address, and your phone number. That work just right down here. I have to list him as a passenger. Okay, are you injured in any way, shape, or form? No? Okay. Perfect. Okay, just give us a couple of minutes and we'll get the paperwork. All right?
All right.
And we're going to have a tow truck come and get your car since you're leaking fluids. You're not going to last too long.
Just as I left the house, put oil in.
Of course.
Just topped it up.
Welcome to real life. Yeah, that's Murphy. He's working. All right, guys, just hang tight.
So this older footage doesn't settle anything, but it complicates the picture. You got a mundane, compliant interaction that contrasts with later allegations of radicalization. which leaves us asking, when and how did things change? That's what it claims about a wider probe and possible associates start to surface.
The FBI, familiar with the investigation, reporting that the Bureau is looking into posts by at least 7 different accounts. Several of the accounts appear to belong to transgender individuals, and at least one of them followed the suspect in this case, Tyler Robinson's roommate. Okay, so followed the roommate, the boyfriend, with whom Robinson was reportedly in a romantic relationship. Minutes after Charlie Kirk was pronounced dead, the user posted on X, "We fucking did it." This person has since deleted the account. Another user, 5 days before the shooting, wrote, quote, "You guys, I have something big coming soon. Just be sure to check the news. You'll know it when you see it," along with an emoji giving a wink. "I have something big coming soon. Just be sure to check the news. You'll know it when you see it." 5 days before the assassination. Then on Wednesday, after the shooting, the same account writes, quote, "Well, that's that." And another chud bites the dust. Chud, apparently a slang derogatory term for right-wingers. This user has also deleted the account. The Free Beacon also reporting a TikTok account by an individual who appears to be transgender, writing, quote, "Charles James Kirk does not know what's coming tomorrow. This isn't a threat. It's a promise." So how did all these people know this? Did they just get lucky? They just stumbled upon, they just had a feeling something was going to happen to Charlie and they all wrote it and they have links to the trans community? Wow, that's quite a coincidence. And there's new information regarding Tyler Robinson, the suspect, as well. As I mentioned above, he was in a romantic relationship with his roommate, who's a biological man pretending that he can become a female and in the process of that, quote, transition. This news was confirmed to Axios by 6 sources. And not just that, but as we reported in our own AM update this morning, Tyler Robinson himself appears to have a link to so-called furry culture and a website to this culture, which is linked to the trans community and which involves people dressing up like animals and getting some sort of sexual fetish out of it. By the way, that same so-called boyfriend who was trying to trans himself into female was constantly all over the internet in furry costumes.
Wow.
That's where the things stand this morning.
Gunther wrote, y'all notice a pattern? Yeah. Now, because this is an ongoing investigation and YouTube is YouTube, I have to frame this very carefully. So I'll say these are on their assertions about an ongoing investigation, not final findings yet. They definitely widen the frame from a lone actor, to potential online enablers. But we're still waiting for these claims for confirmation. Treat them as leads, not verdicts yet. But ain't no way we looking at that and not going, Meanwhile, a separate thread emerges around Kirk's final outreach. And the kind of discourse he said he wanted.
His murder and some unexpected outreach that Kirk made the day before his death had resonated with our CNN colleague Van Jones. The story begins when a Ukrainian woman was fatally stabbed last month in North Carolina. The suspect is a black man, and Charlie Kirk and Van got into a public sparring match online. Kirk claimed the murder happened because she was white. Van denounced that as completely unfounded. Kirk then sent out what Van calls a fire hose of tweets challenging his argument, which Van says sparked death threats against him. In the midst of all of this, Kirk reached out to Van in a direct message on X. "Hey Van, I mean it. I'd love to have you on my show to have a respectful conversation about crime and race. I would be a gentleman, as I know you would be as well. We can disagree about the issues agreeably." Now, that message was sent on September 9th. Van says he did not see it until the very next day after Kirk was murdered. Van Jones just wrote a piece about this for CNN.com and is here tonight. This is extraordinary. So this was received the day before he was killed.
Yeah. Look, we were beefing. We were going at it online, on air. And then after he died, after he was murdered, my team called and said, "Van, he was trying to reach you, man." What? And what was he doing? Dialogue. Let's be gentlemen together. He says, "Let's disagree agreeably." So I'm sitting on this and I'm watching the whole country talk about civil war, censorship, justifying murder about this guy. This guy is reaching out to his mortal enemy, saying we need to be gentlemen, sit down together and disagree agreeably. And the next day he's killed. And I've sat on it long enough, and I just said, you know what? We're going to Memorial Weekend for this man. We disagree. Everybody knows we were not friends, okay, at all. But you praise the good when it's time to memorialize somebody. And what he did, and I didn't even know it, was good. He was not for censorship. He was not for civil war. He was not for violence. He was for dialogue, open debate and dialogue, even with me. Even with me.
If would you have gone on his show? Would you have?
No, look, I would have probably tried to get him on your show. I mean, I wasn't trying to build this platform, but I would have called him, we would have talked, and we would have started the process of trying to figure this stuff out. And I think what happens is people get so worked up, Anderson, seeing us go at it. They think they're supposed to go out and kill somebody, or go out and talk about civil war, or go out and silence people, or cancel people, or fire people, or censor people. About Charlie Kirk, Mr. Debate, I did not agree with him on literally almost anything. But we were words, not weapons, guys. We were words, not weapons, guys. And we were getting into a position where we could get some real debate going, whether it was going to be on CNN or on his show. That wasn't worked out, but I would have taken him up. I wanted to beat Charlie Kirk in a debate. I didn't want somebody to shoot him. That's how we do it in America. And the idea that now people on both sides are justifying murders and calling for civil wars.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Y'all know I usually let the videos play. It's rare that I pause, but ain't no way. Excuse my language. I know y'all don't like when I use vulgar language, so I'm going to warn you now. But that was bullshit. Utter bullshit. People on both sides? No.
People on both sides are justifying murders and calling for civil wars. We got to calm this down, Anderson. We need to calm this down. We need to lower the temperature. Yes, we disagree, but like he said, we can disagree agreeably. That's his last words to me. Let's disagree agreeably. We should take that spirit into the Memorial Weekend for this guy.
You also wrote that in the wake of Charlie Kirk's murders, Americans have a choice. They can choose more violence, more outrage, more censorship, or a different way. It's similar to what the governor in Utah, Spencer Cox, has said in recent days.
Yeah, look, he's a Republican. He's saying the same thing I'm saying. I'm a strong Democrat. We have a choice now. This could be the beginning of us getting off of this pathway, but the pathway we're on, Anderson, is scary. It's about more violence. It's about more retribution. It's about more censorship. It's about more of everything that nobody wants. But we can't seem to get off of it.
You guys contribute. Okay. Finish my sentence, chat. Finish my sentence.
Pointing a way out. Civil discourse, civil dialogue, debate. Let's disagree agreeably. If you want to get off this train, we can do it this weekend.
All right. Van Jones, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Now, in a moment dominated by rage, here's documentary evidence though, of attempted dialogue. It undercuts narratives that rush to justify more censorship or escalation and reframes Kirk's final public posture as a debate over denunciation. That theme gets echoed again, but this time directly from Jones in a personal video.
Hey guys, I've decided I'm going to do something. I'm going to share something personal that I wasn't sure I was going to share, but I think it's important. Charlie Kirk and I were not friends at all. In fact, the last week of his life, we were beefing hard, beefing online, beefing on air. But the day before he died, he did something that shocked me. He sent me a personal message calling for personal dialogue, wanted me to come on his show. He said we could be gentlemen together. He said we could deal with our disagreements agreeably. And in the past week and a half, just watching people talk about civil wars and censorship and all this stuff coming out of his death, I just thought it was important to let people know, don't put that on Charlie Kirk, because the last day of his life, he was reaching out to have not more censorship, more conversation, more dialogue with somebody who honestly was one of his adversaries, me. And I just want to share that with the world. And I hope that maybe it might help somebody on both sides deal with issues more like he did.
Two adversaries, one invitation to lower the temperature. It's a rare on-screen reminder that political enemies can still opt into conversation. And that choice now sits with the rest of us. Outside the studio, though temperatures are, flaring in the nation's most... I'll just say temperatures are flaring in the nation's most symbolic halls. I can't even find enough preference that with.
So we've been walking through the Capitol. We've been seeing posters here or either on the wall, Charlie Kirk, American hero. Folks are saying the Congress people, Democrat and Republican, say, my colleagues have the right to post whatever they want. But just so you know, these are taxpayer dollars. That's some of the concern that this is being used for. However, we are seeing these all over the Capitol, and that is what's going on in the wake of the tragic death of Charlie Kirk. How do you feel about this? Let us know in the comments.
Wow.
Here's another one. And another one.
Wow. The fight over symbolism moves to funding and propriety. Who pays for what in public spaces? Even memorial gestures become contested territory. Evidence that nothing about this moment is insulated from politics. Man, this guy just scum. You can't even remember. He can't even be remembered. And beyond rhetoric, there are flashpoints that look and feel like retaliation.
This morning, gunshots fired at an ABC-affiliated television station in Sacramento. Bullet holes seen in the window of the lobby. An employee of the Tegna-owned station telling NBC News someone pulled up, fired into the lobby, and drove off.
We're not going to stop looking for you. This is unacceptable behavior. It's not going to be tolerated in Sacramento.
At least one person was in the lobby at the time, according to the station employee. Police say nobody was injured. While the motive is unknown, it comes amid backlash to the decision by Disney, ABC's parent company, to suspend Jimmy Kimmel's late-night show following the comments he made about Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin. This morning,
Whatever the motive ultimately proves to be, shooting at a newsroom escalates from speech about speech to violence around speech. Exactly the spiral so many say they fear. The same anger spill in the civic forums closer to home. Look.
Is that what it says? And I demand their firing. I demand their immediate firing. Because your lack of action, when this has been brought to your attention, that someone wished the death upon others, and you're okay with this, and there are people that are upset about this, and you couldn't give a crap about it. That's what this says to people. And my tone of voice is not yours to monitor, ma'am. How many decibels I speak, you cannot ask me to leave. I will not play by your rules. I will not be silenced by you anymore. Okay? This LGBTQAI plus nonsense and people wishing death on us, the Christians. And you know what? This is what a guy named Destiny said. He said those people are so dangerous. Their ideology is so backward, so primitive, so hateful that we have absolutely no choice but to kill them first. Because they are a threat to us. And you're pumping that shit into kids' heads. Your teachers are pumping that shit into kids' heads. And I demand it stop. I demand counseling for the kids that were hurt by Charlie Kirk's death that he dissed. He can have free speech, he just can't have a job on taxpayer money. You need to check yourself and correct yourself and get rid of him. It is the will of the people. And we are done with you with your rules. She won't even look at me. You're a foul and evil woman. You're a coward. Hey. Why don't you look at me? Hey! You want to talk to me?
Insult that woman. Don't you insult that woman.
Why not?
Because she's doing the best she can. And you don't know what we think.
She's not doing the best she can.
You don't know what we think. We haven't even made a decision yet.
You should have made a decision when you found out. When did you know? When did you know?
On Friday, we're taking it, we're doing the best we can.
You're too slow. The world is moving on way too fast for you, old man. I'm serious.
We are in recess.
Can I have
There's 3 or 4 more public comment slots
all
left.
of those in favor of adjournment, please signify.
Is that what it Hands up. He needs to go. No.
Yeah, this is the culture war at 3 feet, not 30,000. Process breaks down, rather. Rules feel negotiable, and the neighbors become combatants. The costs aren't abstract. They're, borne by students, staff, and families in the room. All of which feeds the meta debate about free speech, platforms, and double standards.
Well, Will, first of all, I woke up this morning to the incredible shock that apparently TV shows are not guaranteed in our Constitution. I mean, wow. So that was tough to swallow, first. Second, I'm still waiting for the left, the liberals, to get outraged about Roseanne getting fired for her free speech. I'm also waiting. I've been waiting a long time for the left and the Democrats, especially the Democrats on Capitol Hill, with the Twitter files that released that the Biden-Harris administration was actually using the government to pressure Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and especially Twitter to actually censor actual Americans through government pressure.
If y'all know my channel, boy, y'all know I've been censored quite a few times, but the takeaway isn't a court ruling on who's right. It's the perception of, asymmetry. If people believe rules are selectively applied, cynicism hardens and appetite for punitive outcomes grows on both sides. Now, the memorials, the footage, the claims, the clashes, taken together, they're stress tests of whether we'll choose escalation or engagement. Hold on. I'm allergic to the BS, y'all know it. But the body cam, raises new questions. You got the DMs that are suggesting another path as well. We can't answer the first without investigators, and we can't walk the second without each other. But if y'all made it to the end of the video, put Twitter files, because that's the first thing I'm thinking about in the comment section to let me know y'all made it to the end. Other than that, y'all be safe. Go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.